Man, if I had even a nickel for every time I've made this video, I'd be a rich guy. I don't know why it's never come to fruition and you guys have never seen it, but here we go. It's gonna be a long one, nothing exciting. But for all the questions that you guys have had over the last month and a half about where have Billy and I been, where's the dually been, what's been going on, are we still alive? We are. And here it is in this video. It's gonna be a long one. If you don't have time to watch it, I would just click off it now and come back later.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
So guess what? You guys get to hear me talk while I do my workout, because one of the reasons I haven't made this is because I just haven't had time. So where have we been? We have been insanely busy. Lawns for the last three and a half weeks have dried right out. We've been skipping 20 to 25 lawns a week out of the 78 a week that we mow. And it has come down to, in the last 2 weeks, we've gotten a whole bunch of rain, but they've been like torrential downpours for like 45 minutes at a time. And that's about all it is. And it goes away, but it's been so hot that it's gone before it does anything to help us out. They are growing a little bit more now, but not much at all to even help us out. We need a lot more rain, and that's just the way it is. We have been doing a lot more landscaping this year than we've done in previous years, so that's helped us out big time. Let's talk about the dually real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna give the rundown, all right? So pay attention close, I'm only gonna say this one time. We're chasing a gremlin, and I still don't believe it's 100% fixed, but what happened when I was doing plow damage, fixing plow damage after the winter, I was driving around and it started spitting and sputtering, put the pedal to the floor, wouldn't go anywhere. Limped it home, pulled the fuel filter off, put a new one on, drove it, ran beautiful for 2 weeks. Perfectly fine. The second day out mowing, Billy and I were out mowing. We were leaving our second lawn, going to our third lawn. It started spitting and sputtering, backfiring, puffing white smoke. It just wouldn't run, kept shutting off. So I ended up changing the fuel pump sending unit. I thought that because the fuel filter had been plugged, it burned out the fuel pump. I've had that happen before. I changed the whole fuel pump sending unit. It didn't fix it. It hasn't had a tune-up in a while, so we did plugs, wire, cap, rotor, ignition module. What else did we do? The coil we did, and then it was running a lot better. It would sit there and it would run perfect. You could rev it up, it'd be perfect. But every time you put it down into gear, the truck would shut off. So if you double foot it, you could keep it running. So first thing we did was we pulled some gas out. The gas wouldn't even burn when we tried to light it on fire. We ended up pumping 22 gallons of fuel out of the tank, and we put fresh fuel in it, ran better, still wasn't the problem. Ended up doing all like I said, the plugs, wire, cap, rotor, EGR valve, ignition coil, ignition module. Then we did a throttle position sensor, air idle control valve, coolant temp sensor, and no matter what we did, it still it wasn't right. It kept shutting off every time. It would run great going down the road, a little hesitant time to time, and then it would just shut off. It would just keep shutting off. Every time you come to a stop sign, a red light, foot on the brake within gear, the truck would bog down, shut right off. If you go back into park or neutral fast enough, it'd level right out, run great, could rev it up. Sorry. Got this YouTube clown I follow playing on the TV here. So that was the problem. So one of my buddies I took to his shop, he goes, I'll fix it. He found the throttle body gasket was leaking all the way around. He changed that. His dealer level scanner wouldn't pick up my computer. Something was wrong with the computer, so he changed the computer out. Went through a ton of stuff over like 3 weeks. Wouldn't fix it. Problem's still there. Couldn't get it fixed. Couldn't get the idle to come up. So at that point, another buddy said, I can fix it. I had the truck towed to his shop, because when I went to pick it up from the first one, now the truck wouldn't even start. So it was worse when I took it there, or when I picked it up than when I took it there. So my buddy towed it to this other shop. Got there on a Monday, the guy said he'd get it fixed on Friday. He'd get on it by Friday. Sat there for a month. He never even touched it. My last buddy, he says, bring me that damn truck, I'll fix it. I took it to him. He had it for about 2 weeks. He found that the wires were screwed up going to the battery. It was shorting the battery out. He found that there was all kinds of shorts in the truck. The body ground had broke off because that engine gets so hot under there. It's a big block 454. It had just wreaked havoc on the wiring harness, so there were shorts. He fixed that. He fixed all the grounds. Then he said the passenger side, I can't even think of it now. The passenger side manifold, intake manifold, had 3 cracks in it, and 5 out of the 8 bolts were broke right off. So put new exhaust manifold on. Oh, and the gasket was gone out of the exhaust manifold. Put that on. The O2 sensor's right below it. He said that's probably why it's stalling out like that, because it's sucking so much air through that intake manifold. You have so many leaks in the manifold, and the O2 sensor's right below it. He says it's throwing everything off. So he changed that out, drove it around for 2 days. He said it's perfectly fine, didn't have an issue at all. The plug had deteriorated as well for my temperature gauge in the truck, and so that had broken right off. So we put a new coolant temp sensor in it. We put a new temperature gauge sensor in it with a new plug for the harness. And so now I drive it down the road. I've been driving for about 3 days now. It goes down the road. It hauls ass. I mean, it runs great. It'll sit there and run great, but every once in a while when you start it up, it kind of like cranks and cranks and cranks and cranks and then fires up like it's starving for fuel. Every once in a while when you put it down in the drive right after it starts and you go to take off, it's sluggish and kind of like hesitates like it's going to stall, and then it just takes right off without even touching the gas. And every once in a while it's making a popping noise on the driver's side in the front. But it's not stalling out anymore, it's not shutting off anymore. I can sit there with my foot on the brake and with it in gear all day long. It runs perfectly fine. So I don't know, I'm thinking there's still a fuel issue there somewhere. Something's going on with that. So as far as the dually goes, it's back. I've had it for a few days. I really missed it. I'm glad it's back. You guys know that I had a problem with the Toro grandstand. The guy's still working on that. He might be able to fix it, but I ended up buying that Skag V-Ride 2. Let's see, what else have I bought recently? Oh, I just ordered the powered bagging system, the 2-bag bagging system for the Skag V-Ride 2. That actually came in yesterday, I think, but I just don't have time to get it there yet for him to put that on, but I don't need it right now anyway. So that's coming up soon. I'm back to the enclosed trailer. We have so much stuff going on here in the garage that we just haven't had time, or I don't have the room for stuff, so we have the enclosed trailer back. What else has been going on, guys? It's been crazy. It's just been absolutely crazy. You know, we have the Milwaukee hedge trimmers. That's another new thing we bought. We bought the Milwaukee handheld blower. All purchases I should have done a long time ago. It's just been night and day for our business. It's made things so much easier and nicer. I love it all. All those new things. We bought another FS 111 weed whacker, the 94, or the 90R that I've had for years. It's right here. You know, it's a great backup one, but it's on its last legs. I don't know. I think that's about it as far as new equipment we've bought. Bear with me a moment. You probably can't see me, I'm out of camera, but I gotta change weights here. So we've been going like crazy. Every day like crazy. It's been one thing after the next. You know, even though lawns are drying out, we're skipping a lot. We're doing a bunch of landscaping, a bunch of hedge trimming jobs, stuff like that. It's just been a lot. As far as GIE goes, I'm sure a lot of you guys know by now, GIE has been canceled. That's a real bummer. I have not canceled the Airbnb yet. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. A lot of guys are still going, and they're just going to meet up down there and hang out for a few days. I don't really know what the deal is and what everybody's doing or what everybody's plans are. I know that I would like to go down there still and meet up with a bunch of guys, but living in this Nazi state that I live in, they're talking about if you go to certain states, you come back to the state, you have to self-quarantine, which, you know, there's really, as far as I can see it, there's no way they're really going to be able to enforce that. So I don't really know what the deal is on that. We'll see. So as I was saying before my phone was ringing, now I got to worry about Billy flying in the garage here and trying to run me down with his bike.
Where's your camera?
Billy hasn't worked out with me in like weeks because he's gotten really lazy. So I don't really know what his deal. He's still working a lot. He's doing his thing. He just hasn't been working out much anymore. He does his push. You do push-ups every night still?
Most of the time, yeah. I usually.
That was a delayed answer. I think you're full of crap. Yep. But anyway,
I do sit-ups every night.
So that's the whole deal with the dueling. Where we are with that. I think I covered all the new equipment we bought. The Milwaukee heads trimmers, the Skag V-Ride, the new bagging system for the Skag we just ordered, the Milwaukee handheld blower. Did we buy any more new equipment? I think that's about it. But we are still alive. You guys keep asking. I mean, you've been blowing up my phone with messages, text messages, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, just all around. So that's where we've been. That's what we've been doing. And the other reason we haven't put up videos is plain and simple. I just got burnt out. I really did. It's every single day. It's all day, and I make all these videos. And there's really nothing to making videos. People say, "How do you run a business and make videos?" There's nothing to it. I have a million mounts. There's mounts on all the mowers. There's mounts everywhere. There's mounts on the trucks. I just throw a camera on and hit record. Whatever it gets, it gets. And then at the end of the day, when I come home, I throw it on the computer and I edit it. And then it takes like probably 40 minutes for me to edit everything out. Even like, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes of video. I can condense it down, put all the edits in it, do the transitions, do all the stuff, the music, everything I want to do to it. I can do it in like 30 minutes with about 45, 50 minutes of footage. I can get it all done in like 30 minutes. Then I got to set it to process. That takes like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Once it's done with that, then I got to upload it to YouTube. That takes another 30 to 40 minutes. Once that's done, I can set it for the time that I want it to go live, or just make it go active right off the bat. So that all takes time. So recording during the day and stuff, anybody can do that. That doesn't take any extra time. I'm not on any property any longer than I would be normally. There's nothing to it. When you get home, you do all the editing, that's where all the extra time comes in. So, but plain and simple, I got tired. I mean, it was just, I got sick of doing it. It was every single day, 5-6 days a week for, hell, almost a year, I think. Or at least 7-8 months anyway. I mean, it was a good long time. And I've had people ask me, they said, just as your channel finally started to blow up, you stopped making videos. Well, you know, it's just the way the cards fell. I got tired of it. It was every day, the same thing. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start making some videos again, but I think I'm gonna do like a week in review type thing. The videos might be a little bit longer, but you guys will get like one video a week out of us. I haven't decided what day of the week it's gonna be on yet. Maybe Fridays, I don't know. Maybe Saturdays, but it'll be like one video a week, and it'll be a week in review, and we're gonna do that for a while. Maybe we'll go back into daily videos, but right now I'm trying to slum it and whatever little weight that I can that we got around. You guys are hooked to my elliptical right now. I rigged up this pulley system. I got maybe 70, 80 pounds of weight in here that I can put on this thing. We really don't have anything. We got a set of dumbbells we can put a few weights on. We got a bench here with a bar that I made that we throw extra weights on. I went and got a bunch of brake rotors, truck brake rotors, welded plates on, drilled a hole through so they can go on the bars. We're pretty much just working with whatever we got until our gym will open back up, you know, because they'll open casinos so you can put 40, 50,000 people in it, but our gym where we got 40 to 50 of us in there that actually care about our health, they won't open that back up. So I don't really know, you know, what else we can do. We've been doing a lot of running. Not so much during the day. I've been taking some midnight runs, like literally midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll go out for a run.
This guy can't even walk over a gate without falling. Making lots of noise.
I went out like
12 in the morning.
Yeah, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I decided to go for like a 3-mile run, and I went to step over our gate that keeps our dog from coming upstairs into our bedrooms, and I tripped over the gate and made a loud noise and woke up half the damn house. But what are you gonna do? I love running at night. I mean, it's more dangerous, but it's so quiet, so peaceful. It's
got flashlights.
No one's around. I freaking love it. So, but anyway, I don't know. So that's where we've been. That's the deal. We're still alive. We're doing good. We're staying busy as you could ever be. Still got a few quirks to work out with that dually. I just talked to the guy yesterday about the Toro. He said by the end of this week or by Monday, he'll finally get a chance to get to it. I knew when I dropped it off, he was way behind. There was no way he could. He just does it part-time. So maybe we'll get that back, and then we'll be able to run the Toro and the Skag, just take 2 standers with us for a while. Every day, give Billy's back a break from the walkers, and we'll see from there. But anyway, like I said, we're going to try to get 1 video out a week, and we will kind of do a week in review, and we'll go from there, and we'll see how it pans out. But you guys will be hearing more from us, and you know, just so you know, we're still alive. You want to end this video old school style? You still remember how to do it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Blondie's got it.
You're not gonna see, yeah, Blondie. He wanted blonde highlights in his hair. Look at this. And I wasn't gonna pay our barber to do it, so I went to the dollar store and I bought a blonde highlighting kit. I put the cape over his head and I pulled the hair through and I highlighted it. I'm like, I'll do it for you. And I highlighted it all. And now he's got these blonde highlights that run through his hair. Whatever. It's what he wants. At least he didn't want purple, red, or blue like the rest of these freaking kids.
Good. I'll stick with the blonde highlights.
Yeah, you're not having purple, red, blue hair out mowing with me representing my company. That ain't happening.
I'll match the shirts.
Nope. Shirts are fine, not your hair. Alright, clown boy, end this video.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. We will see you in the next video. I'm surprised I just did that.
Without screwing it up?
Yeah. Come on, pillows.
Pillows. My arms are bigger than your
A
head.
squirrel has more muscles than you.
You see, nothing's changed.